Just getting this camera situated, y'all. Excited about this video. Excited to touch on some powerful stuff, man. Y'all already know who it is, man. It's your boy, Kevin, Black Superman Coach, Kevin Lamar. This video, I think, is going to be very valuable, very beneficial for people who struggle with lowering their body fat. I can't wait to drop all these gems and jewels on y'all, man. We about to turn up. So, first and foremost, let me be clear. I am recording this video, and I'm gonna be looking at my tablet. So if y'all see me looking down, or y'all see me coming over to the tablet, so that for one I can see without comment and all that good stuff, because my phone has been bugging out, man. So I got a new phone coming on the way. So, but it is what it is. It's not gonna stop what I'm about to do here and talk about here, man. So, as you can see on my board here, man, I got some stuff written down. This is stuff that I really want to talk to y'all about in terms of like the inevitable when it comes to body fat. Like you're gonna have to hit these off rip. And I want to make sure that you have a good understanding of why you should focus on this and why it's beneficial, right? Public period. And then over here, I got some powerful strategies that's gonna really help y'all make lowering your body fat a lot more simple, a lot more doable, a lot more feasible. Look, if that's something that you're excited about, man, go throw a like on the video and we're gonna dig deep. All right. Now, this is a Q&A video. So I really like it if you guys would engage, comment below, ask questions. It's gonna be good for you because I can give you information and give you the info that you need for lowering body fat, help you with whatever struggles you might have with lowering body fat. I can answer those questions. Also, if other people are also engaging, we can all help each other, all comment, all express what we think about this matter. All right, so this should be good. This should be fun, man. Without further ado, let me go ahead and pull up the chat so I can um, see who in here, and then we're gonna go from there, y'all. All right, bet. All right, y'all. So, all right, man. So look, this is lowering body fat struggles, right? Live Q&A, and this is a big thing. Apparently, a lot of people are struggling with this, man. Not only that, like I put up a poll on my YouTube channel, and I asked people, I asked like 4 or 5 different things, like, what are you guys struggling with? What are you dealing with? And lowering body fat was the number one voted thing. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna definitely dig deep on this topic and let it be known. Now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the material, right? I'm just gonna start digging deep into this material. If you guys got any questions, make sure you guys comment it in the chat because this is considered a Q&A. What I'll do, if I start getting some questions in the chat, then I'll go ahead and start addressing those questions. And then we'll focus on the Q&A section of this video. Until then, I'm going to get into this content, man. All right, because that's really what I'm doing in the video. It's to give y'all content and information that'll definitely help you with lowering your body fat. All right. So boom. First thing we're gonna get into here. And look, throw a like on the video, man, if y'all are excited about this information. First thing we'll get into caloric deficit. When it comes to lowering body fat, I'm sure most of y'all know, but some people don't understand how inevitable this is. If you're not at a caloric deficit, you're not going to lower body fat. Point blank, period. So if lowering body fat is your struggle, you get this part down, you'll never have to struggle with lowering your body fat again because it's inevitable. You have to be at a caloric deficit. And what do I mean by caloric deficit? Caloric deficit is literally just having a calorie intake, eating the amount of food that's under your maintenance, under the amount of food that would cause you to maintain your weight. All right. So caloric deficit is under that maintenance. You have to be at this state in order to lower your body fat. There's no getting around it. I know a lot of us wish it was like a magic pill or something we could take. There's people out here trying to sell y'all magic pills, right? Got y'all thinking, oh man, if I take this pill, you know what I'm saying, I'll be able to lower my body fat and I'll look a lot more leaner and A, B, and C. Guys, it's just not true. It's physics, all right? This is biology. You gotta be at a caloric deficit, all right? So that's the first thing I want to touch on here. Got to be at a caloric deficit. All right, let's move on. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about that's super important when it comes to lowering your body fat is going to be building lean muscle. Building lean muscle, man. You feel me? Lean muscle mass. Now, why is this so important? All right, first and foremost, the more lean muscle that you have, right, the faster your metabolism is going to be. Literally, the amount of muscle, every ounce of muscle that you got on your body will cause your metabolism to speed up. That's just how the body works. All right. It increases your metabolic rate. Your metabolism speeds up. So the faster metabolism you have, the easier it's going to be to lower body fat. So literally, I know it's like, hey man, that's crazy, but the more muscle you build, the faster you'll be able to lower the body fat. So this is why building lean muscle is important because it's literally a metabolic booster. I've heard over the years, being in this industry where people are focusing on other things. I even was pushing apple cider vinegar at one point and telling people, yeah, man, apple cider vinegar, man, it boosts the metabolism. And, man, we all grow, we all learn, man. But in all honesty, that's not going to boost your metabolism. Building lean muscle will actually boost your metabolism and make it a lot faster. The bigger you get in terms of muscle, the faster your metabolism is. All right. And I ain't gonna go into all the scientific stuff right now. If y'all want that, let me know. Comment in the chat. Comment on this replay of this video if y'all want a scientific breakdown on how the more lean muscle mass you have causes your metabolism to speed up. And I don't mind doing that for y'all. All right. Great. All right. Now, here's another thing that's going to be super important for you when it comes to lowering your body fat. And if you have this approach, it's going to make it's going to make lowering your body fat a lot more easier, a lot more feasible. All right. And when I learned this, it changed the game for me. It made it a lot easier for me to help other people lower their body fat. It made it a lot easier for me to lower my body fat. And it was a complete game changer for me. I learned this, I want to say, about 2.5 years ago. Maybe three, but I really took it and honed it 2 years ago and accepted it as fact. All right. Hey, man, and let me know if y'all can hear me too. I hope y'all can hear me. If somebody don't mind, man, just comment in the chat. Just let me know if y'all can hear me because I know my microphone on my headphones sometimes bug out when I do a live. So I appreciate it. Whoever, if y'all can just comment in the chat, that'd be great. All right. Now, the tip I was saying, and this is very important, bodybuilding approaches to body composition. And body composition is literally how much body fat you got, how much muscle you got. You see what I'm saying? That's your body composition. The amount of muscle, the amount of body fat, and obviously water and things like that too, but you ain't got to worry about that right now. But here's the thing. Having a bodybuilding approach to body composition is going to be a great tool for you because it's going to literally teach you how to lower body fat correctly. Bodybuilders, they do it. All right. They doing it to the T. And not only that, they do it on a great and even extreme level. You don't need to worry about that if you're not looking to do bodybuilding. But I'm just saying, they figured it out on an extreme level. So there's a lot to gain from that, right? Having a bodybuilding approach to body composition. So even if you don't do bodybuilding, if you're somebody who's like, I just want to look a lot more leaner, more cut, I hear the term tone, take on bodybuilding approaches because this is going to teach you the right ways to do it. And it's also going to help you make this a lifestyle to a degree where this is all you know. I mean, you've been doing it for years and it's literally second nature to you. When I took on the bodybuilding approach to fitness and even made it a lifestyle, it literally made lowering body fat seamless. To me, and other people who I know that's advanced or been doing this or coaches and things like that, we all can agree. Lowering body fat is a lot easier than like building muscle for real. Like that's a whole nother video. Anyway, why? Okay, why is the bodybuilding approaches body composition necessary? All right. Why should any average Joe on the block say, you know what? Yeah, I ain't trying to get on stage or nothing, but yeah, I do want to take on bodybuilding approaches. For one, the cutting and bulking cycle. Now, the cutting and bulking cycle. I'm gonna go over a couple other things too. But the cutting and bulking cycle is so important and imperative because it's going to help you do two things. It's going to help you lower your body fat effectively if you're following it right and doing the approaches right. And then bulking. If you're doing that right, it's going to help you put on lean muscle correctly and effectively and efficiently. Y'all heard what I said earlier. The more muscle mass you have, the more lean muscle mass you have, the faster your metabolism will be. So it's literally an interconnected cycle that continues to return and support itself over and over again. You go through a fat loss phase, you lower your body fat, boom, okay, bet. You go out of that phase, you go into a bulking phase and you build a muscle and you start getting bigger, bigger, boom, bet. Okay, you finish that phase, you go back into a fat loss phase. Now you got more lean muscle, you got more lean muscle than you did that last cycle. And when you go into this new fat loss phase, it starts to become a lot easier for you to burn fat. If you do it effectively, you may even notice that you're burning fat a lot faster, right? Your metabolism is increasing because essentially that's what happens the more muscle you build. All right. So just think about it. Just think about that for a second. I'm talking to my people who ain't really into the bodybuilding thing or nothing like that. You just want to look good. You're like, yeah, I just want to have a nice physique. I just want to look good. Think about how easy that's going to make lowering body fat for you alone. Just off you having these types of foundational principles to lowering your body fat. That's why I tell you all the time, like even clients that I've had, I'll let them know, like, look, I'm going to take you through this. The longest you may need to be with me is probably going to be about 6 months, unless you decide to stay with me longer. That's your choice. But my goal and my intention is to teach you these principles so that you can take these principles and continue to lead your life and do it as a lifestyle and have complete control over your body composition and how your body looks. Because with these tools, that's what it's going to give you. It's going to give you that control. When I see people who struggling with lowering their body fat, it reminds me of me. It reminds me of when I was struggling. And the main reason why I was struggling is because I didn't have the knowledge. Point blank period. I just didn't have the knowledge. For my people perish for the lack of knowledge. I didn't have the knowledge, and that's why it was such a struggle. And that's why a lot of people are struggling now. Point blank period. They just don't know. Like they don't know these principles, or they don't know these keys and ways to simplify complications when it comes to lowering body fat. So that's what I'm here for. All right. Now let's get to this next one. So the first one I said, cutting and bulking, right? Taking on the cutting and bulking cycle. Make that your foundational approach to your lifestyle and fitness, and you're gonna know some great benefits when it comes to lowering body fat and others. Here's another approach: recomposition. Recomposition. Okay, this is people who may not know what that is. I know some of y'all might know. I know some of y'all might not know. All right. Recomposition is when you put yourself in a state when you're taking in a certain amount of energy, meaning food, right? And you're either right below maintenance, meaning the amount of food it takes for you to maintain your weight, or right above maintenance, meaning the food, obviously, that it takes for you to maintain your weight. You're either right above it or you're right below it. You're either at a very, very slight surplus or a very, very slight deficit. What this will do is it'll put you in a position to be able to do a recomposition. Now, I've had a couple of clients that wanted to do this and they got great results. Here's the thing. Here's the difference between cutting and bulking cycles and recomposition. It's going to take you a lot longer to start to really see the results with recomposition. And that's simply because you're at a slight surplus or a slight deficit. It's very slight. So you will really, really see the differences and the full transformation. I would say probably after about a year. But there's benefits too. Just like cutting and bulking has its benefits, recomposition has its benefits as well. For one, since your caloric deficit with recomposition, since your caloric deficit or your surplus is slight and it's not this boom, huge thing, it'll have less effects on the body. Okay? In bulking cycle, when you do that, you have a greater and quicker reward. Recomposition, You still have a great reward, but it's not going to be as fast. It's going to happen as soon. So it's one of those things where it's like, greater risks, greater rewards. To my investors out there, people who know about investments, finances, they say greater risks, greater rewards. Yeah, cutting a ball can may come with, greater risks because it's a bit more extreme, but hey, it's going to show. You're going to see it a lot sooner. But that does not mean that recomposition isn't a good approach. And I recommend this to a few people, man. A few people who really don't need to put on a whole lot of weight for real, ain't trying to put on a whole bunch of muscle for real. You just want to kind of gradually progress. Recomposition is a great way to go about it. And it's good for lowering body fat because you can burn fat and build muscle at the same time. That's one of the main reasons why people take on this recomposition approach. And I don't think that it's an overrated matter. I think that it's very effective. All right, straight like that. Jonathan Nathaniel, he said, "Hey, bro, I'm listening to you. I don't have body fat. Thank God. I need to gain a bit." Exactly. Hey, there you go. And it's funny that you say that because, there's a lot of different, everybody's different and there's different, you know, situations. Like people got different circumstances. Some people feel like they don't have enough body fat or they struggle with building muscle and they're very skinny or they feel scrawny. Then you got people who obviously are very big. These extreme aspects, right? Well, these approaches that I'm giving y'all in this video will give you more control, right, over these types of aspects. There's things that we can do about situations. We don't have to be victims, right, or a victim mentality when it comes to problems that we're dealing with. There's something that you can do about it. There's something that we can do about it. You just got to get the information and apply. You got to be willing to invest and do what you got to do to get what you need and then apply it to your life because we're not victims, all right? We can do something about it. All right, y'all. And then, last but not least, in terms of the inevitable concerning lowering body fat, in my personal opinion, is building lean mass, man. Building lean mass. And I don't think that this just applies to men. I think women should have this approach as well. When I say building lean mass or building muscle, I don't mean like, looking like Ronnie Coleman or even looking like me. Like some of y'all might not want to, some of y'all might not want to have a muscle like me or whatever. That's your choice. Lean muscle mass. I don't care if you're building 0.25 percent of a pound or 20% of a pound a year. I mean, as long as you're increasing your lean muscle mass, it's going to be beneficial for burning fat and lower body fat because it's going to speed up your metabolism. And it's just better for your bones, bone density, bone health. You can become stronger if you build a muscle and you're approaching it in a strength aspect. There's a lot of benefits to building muscle. There's also studies coming out talking about how building lean muscle is actually increasing longevity in people's lives. Older people who go to the gym, work out, it's really helping them maintain bone density. All right, so there's a lot of good aspects to building muscle. So keep this in mind when you're thinking about lowering body fat. Lowering body fat, it's a battle, but it's also a war. You got to look at it like a war too, though. Because there's going to be different battles. You're going to have to fight different battles in terms of successfully lowering your body fat and achieving that physique that you want. It's not just caloric deficit, extreme run, jog, and you're going to be crazy out here. You got to have a strategic approach. That's what Coach Kevin Lamar seeks to give you. All right. All right, bet. Now, for the people that's watching, right, it's up to you. I got some questions for y'all, right? Because I've been talking a lot. If that information was beneficial to y'all, throw a like on the video, please. I'd appreciate it, for the algorithm and all that good stuff. I got some questions for y'all. So my first question for y'all is watching. What are your personal struggles? Like what are your personal struggles when it comes to lowering body fat? Like you personally. If you feel comfortable, comment in the chat like what's your personal fat loss struggle is, right? Lowering body fat. And while y'all, think about that or whatever and, type it in the chat, I'll give y'all some of mine, man. Some of my biggest struggles when I was lowering body fat was eating. It was definitely eating. No, it always boiled down to eating. Whenever I struggled with lowering body fat, it was always the food. It was always food. What kind of food I'm eating? where I'm eating, what I want to eat. All the spots, all the restaurants, Taco Bell. Back when I was eating that type of stuff, McDonald's, Taco Bell, pizza. You know what I'm saying? Just all these different options. I love to eat. You know what I'm saying? I can't even deny that. I love to eat. I've always been like that. And also, coming up, growing up, I I wasn't really able to do that a lot. I wasn't able to eat out a lot. So once I got older and I started, doing my own thing, handling my own business, making my own money, man, I was going out to eat all the time. So, that I think that was kind of somewhat of the trauma from not being able to do that as much as I wanted to when I was younger coming up. So that made it a huge struggle for me, man. Every time I would eat out, it would just derail me. I start making progress, stop eating out, and then after 2 weeks, 3 weeks, for whatever reason, I want to go get something to eat. And then all that do is just open up a whole new can of worms. Now I'm eating out here at Wendy's. Now I want to go back to Wendy's. Or now I'm going to Marco's Pizza. Oh man, dang it, I'm getting cravings. Now I want to go back to Marco's Pizza. It wasn't until later where I realized, me personally, I was gonna have to cut out eating out. I was gonna have to do it extremely because I started to see that it was more than just me wanting to eat it and the taste. I had an emotional connection with going to restaurants and eating out. I had a mental and emotional connection. And that's what made that struggle so much more intense for me, man. It was hard. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of times where I was, mad at myself. Like, dang, man, why I keep eating out knowing that this is like derailing me, man? Like, it's derailing my progress. And it wasn't until I got to a point where I was like, all right, this is my problem. I'm cutting it out. So now whenever I do a fat loss phase, I cut it out entirely. I cut it out entirely. Now I know everybody can't do that. I've had clients, some clients, they want that. They're like, yeah, Kev, nah, no, I don't want to eat out at all, man. No, keep me accountable, Kev. I don't want to eat out. And we stick to it. But then some of my clients, they're like, nah, man, can I at least, have maybe a cheat meal like once a week? And I'm like, yeah, especially with the stuff that I know now, especially with the strategies that I know now. I done told some clients, I'm like, look, you could go out to eat twice a week if you want to. You can go out to eat twice a week if you'd like to. I can set you up so as you will still be at a caloric deficit and lower your body fat, still go out to eat twice a week. So that it's all individual. But that was definitely an intense struggle for me, man. I can't even deny that. All right. So look, I ain't getting any comments in here. That's cool. I guess y'all being shy. Ain't no wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no wrong with being shy, man. I'm learning that shyness is it's a healthy form of shame. Being shy, being nervous, that's a healthy form of shame. Being leery about strangers and how they might receive you or how they might view you and judge you. That's somewhat of a healthy form of shame until it becomes extreme, where you just ain't trusting nothing to nobody. That's another conversation. All right, now I got one more question. One more question. How many times have you tried and failed when it came to lowering your body fat? Now, me personally, man, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. This is the whole point of success. This is what I think true quitters like don't accept when it comes to success is that you gonna have to fail a lot, man. You're gonna have to fail. You're gonna have to get it wrong. You got to mess up. You got to fail. You got to fall on your face. It's just like I have a 6 month old son, and I know like I can't wait. I'm looking forward to when he starts trying to walk, right? And he walk, and then he fall, boom, and then he get back up, and he try it again. He walk, and then he fall, he get back down, and then he get up again. And I really want to pay attention fully this time. I want to be fully present to watch my child go through this experience because it speaks volumes about life and about how like even us as adults, even people that are adults, man, We don't even have the same type of persistence as a 10 month old or a 9 month old or an 11 month old. Like you mean to tell me a 9 month old can fall on their face or fall and get back up and keep trying anyway and fall and then get back up and keep trying anyway and then fall and keep. We all were like that. We all was like that. We all had to learn how to walk. So we all have been through that process. That's how I know it's not meant for us to have a quitting mentality. It ain't even built in us. It's not even innately inside us to quit or give up on whatever it is we're trying to do. Whether it's lower body fat, building muscle, doing this, doing whatever you're trying to do. Innately, every one of us is walking and thriving. We all went through that process. And we were literally under a year more than like most people. So with that being said, I failed a lot of times. I failed a lot of times when it came to low on body fat, man. And it was due to the struggle. And I just want to say this. If you are failing and you realize like, dang, man, I keep trying this and I'm just failing, and boom, it's just not working. Just know that a lot of times it's just you just lack the knowledge, you lack keys that could literally be a game changer for you and help you make lowering your body fat easy. All right. Point blank period. Just know that. Just know that the only reason why you probably keep failing is because there's some things that need to be tweaked in your approach. There's some things that you may be missing that you're not doing. And that doesn't mean anything about you. It ain't nothing to be shameful about. It don't mean nothing about you. It's ignorance. We all ignorant in some type of way. We all don't know things. Nobody knows everything. All right, y'all, man. So we're gonna move on. All right. We're gonna move on. If y'all appreciate this information, man, go ahead and throw a like on the video. And we're gonna move on, man. We're gonna keep it going. All right. So now this part I'm excited about getting into because this part is strategies. All right, strategies. I go to this. I mean, y'all. I know y'all probably can't see this darn chicken scratch anyway, man. My handwriting looked like my freaking hand was freaking numb, and I'm like, can't even do it. Like I'm like retarded or something. Y'all probably can't read it. It's all good. But hey, I'm gonna read it. I can understand the left, handwriting. All right, but anyway. We're gonna get into strategies, man. I love that, man. I love strategies. I love all that. I like to read books on war. You know what I'm saying? The art of war. I like strategies because when you have strategies, it really makes it easier to perform. It really makes it easier to execute what you need to execute. All right. There's wisdom in this. But period. Know that in everything, wisdom is always going to be present. We just got to choose it and use it. That rhymes. I'm gonna have to write that down. I'm gonna make a shirt with that. Choose it and use it. Wisdom. All right. First strategy. This strategy right here changed the game for me. Um, it really, really changed the game for me, for myself, for clients, for people. It was a game changer. It's called zigzag diving. Zigzag diving. What's zigzag diving? What's zigzag diving? So zigzag diving is pretty much an approach to caloric intake in your diet and it's been such where you eat high days and low days. All right, high days, lower days, high days, lower days. Essentially, what's going higher and lower is going to be your carbs and your fats. Your protein stays the same. All right, your protein is always going to stay the same. And when I say that this is a game changer for it, next level game changer. Zigzag dieting, in my personal opinion, is probably the best thing out there to make fat loss consistent. But anyway, why? So why do I recommend zigzag dieting? Why do I tell people? Why have I been using it with my clients for the last year and a half, almost 2 years? Why have I been using it? Why does it work so well? Well, for one, it makes it easier to consistently do it. Like it makes it easier for you to consistently adhere to your diet. All right, I realize that is one of the number one reasons why people fail in a fat loss phase or in a like fat loss phase. It's because it's hard for them to continue. It's hard for them to continue that caloric intake. It's hard for them to continue the fat loss plan. So when I discovered this, I'm like, whoa, this is it. Because I'm gonna get into it, but this is lit because you can do more. You can eat like essentially you're eating more. You're eating less, but you feel like you're eating more. And man, it's enjoyable. So that's why this is probably gonna be one of the best approaches in my personal opinion compared to any of these other fads, man. These darn diet fads out there, bro, like keto and carnivore, all that dumb stuff. This is the best approach in my personal opinion. All right. Another reason why it's good is because it spikes. I mean, well, this is my theory. It's actually a theory. My theory is that spikes in caloric intake confuses the metabolism. This is my theory. All right. I'm not saying it's fact. I'm not saying it's proven. I'm just saying this is what I think and believe. I think that when you have 2 days you doing low days, and then on the third, fourth, and fifth day you having high days. You eating high calorie foods, high carb, high boom, high bam. They increase in water, they increase in nutrients, they increase in a number of things. You got to remember the body is hormonal. When you start to have these increases in hormones and different factors, it's gonna in my personal opinion, I think it's gonna make your body think that you had a surplus, like you good. And I think that's also great for maintaining muscle or even building more muscle for a longer period in your fat loss phase. That's my theory. Okay. I'm not saying it's fact. That's my theory. From what I've seen, it's showing great results. Now, I don't know. Maybe one day I might actually work on doing a study with PubMed or something like that and really try to do a study to see. Or maybe there's studies out there. Maybe I should look. I ain't looked. But this is my theory. That's my thing. I just think that those spikes in caloric intake like that during the week, instead of waiting for a month for like a diet break that they like to call it, you're getting diet breaks in that week. It's crazy. It's official. It's amazing. Um, Another reason too why I like this approach personally is because you can eat more of the foods that you like, and you can eat more of those foods that you like. I don't know nobody who would frown upon like, oh man, I get to eat the food that I like and still burn fat and lower my body fat and get lean. I don't know nobody who would complain about that. Let me know. I mean, comment below. You might be different. You might be like, nah, man, I'd rather it just be extreme. I'd rather be hungry as shift all the time. I'd rather feel like my stomach touching my back every single day and no sex drive and no energy. And I don't know if I'm coming or going or what's going on. I'm stressed out. I'm pissed off all the time. I'm irritated all the time. I'm hangry all the time. I don't know too many people who like that experience. So the thing about the zigzag diet is it gives you those diet breaks in the week and not just a little cheat meal. No. In the beginning, you're gonna have 5 high days where you can break them things in between in your week. And you're gonna be checking in and weighing in, and you're gonna be like, dang, I'm getting new lows each week. This is great. That's what I get from clients. My clients are like, bro, I can't even believe like I'm actually like losing weight each week. And I'm like, bro, it works. I know what I'm talking about. All right. I'm one of them weird scientists that people might think is a little slow. I'm like one of them like them geniuses that people might think is a little slow. Like like my man, what's my man's name? Like Albert Einstein, but on the low, I be knowing some shit. Straight up. That's why you should sleep on me. All right. But this zigzag diet in my personal opinion, is a great strategy, man. And it will really make lowering your body fat a lot more seamless, man, and a lot more feasible, man, possible. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. All right, make cooking easier. This is the next strategy. Make cooking easier, man. You gonna have to make cooking easier. Now, some people got time. Some people got the time where they can cook, they can meal prep. They got time to do all that, right? But then you got some people who are busy, like me, who don't really got a lot of time to be like prepping all this stuff or making all these meals. Essentially, though, when you prepping your meals on one day for the week, that actually does save you a lot of time. I just can't do that because my stomach don't like that. I deal with histamine intolerance. So, I can't eat food that's been in the refrigerator for more than like a day or two. I learned that, I'm gonna say I learned it about 5 years ago, 6 years ago. I was going through a lot of gastrointestinal stuff, and I found out it's because I deal with high histamine, and I was doing the meal prepping. I was doing all that. I'm like, man, what the heck is going on with me? So I can't eat food that sits in the refrigerator for more than a day or two. That's just me though. But if you cool with that and you fine with that, I don't recommend the whole doing it for a week though. That's wild, bro. That after 3 days, bro, that food throw that food away, bro. That food is old, man. Like don't eat that. That's my personal opinion. All right, but anyway, make cooking easy. Meal prepping, yeah, that's definitely a way that you can make it easier. But these are the things I like to focus on with making cooking easier. Cook all your meats in like a skillet or like George Foreman. This was a game changer for me, man. A super game changer for me. When I started cooking my meats like in a skillet or George Foreman, I could legitimately just throw the meat in there, man. Let it do its thing. If it's in a skillet, throw it in there, come back, flip it over, boom, boom, boom. It's done. It's done. Throw some seasoning on it, cat, or marinate the meat before you put it in there. Throw it in there, poop. Put the lid on it, poop. Let it cook. Go about your business. You come back 10 minutes later, your food is done. Get your meat out, boom. Find easier ways to cook, ways where it don't really take that much time, and it don't take that much effort. All right. Another one. Make all carb sources like potatoes, like rice, this goes on. You know what I'm saying? Carb sources. Make all carb sources in an oven or a rice cooker, right? Or even a waffle maker. You know what I'm saying? If you want to use, make some healthy waffles or something like that, you could do that. Make all carb sources in an oven or a rice cooker. This is a game changer for me. I remember back when I used to eat rice a lot. I don't eat rice as much, but I had the rice cooker. I throw the rice in the rice cooker, and then I get one of them steam trays, put it on top, put all my vegetables, put whatever I need to put on. Sometimes it was times where I was making little potatoes in there and everything, man. And boom, all my food will be done. It's ready. Take about 7, 8 minutes. Done. You can make multiple meals. You can cook in bulk. You know what I'm saying? You can split your meals up. If you need to hook up some food for the whole day, man, just cook in bulk for the whole day. Eat your first meal, put all the rest of your meals in the refrigerator. You can eat the rest when you can get back to your meals. Make cooking easier because if cooking is going to be easier for you, you don't have to worry about it. I even have clients who utilize like literal meal prep companies like Lean Kitchen or Lean. Shut up, I can't think of the other one. But there's a lot of them out there, man. Trust me, there's plenty of them out there. That makes it even more easier for you. Now you ain't got to worry about it. All you got to do is get the darn plate and put it in the microwave, and you good. See, for me, for one, I eat too much. I got too much muscle, and my metabolism, you know what I'm saying, it's too fast for that. I need more calories, but everybody different. You know what I'm saying? Everybody different. So, but that's gonna be a game changer, man. Make cooking easier. And any way, shape, or form that you can make cooking easier, go about it in that direction, in that approach. All right. And here's another one. Here's another one. Make cardio easy and manageable. Now, I know some may say, like, well, when it comes to cardio, there's debates. Do you really have to do cardio to lower your body fat? The true answer is no. I mean, you could legitimately just put yourself at a degree of a deficit enough and lower your food intake to a degree where it is enough for you to, lower the body fat or lower your fat at the rate that you would like to do it. But here's the thing, man. Cardio helps a lot because it helps you, for one, be able to get a little more food in, get a little more calories in. Not only that, cardio is good for your health. It's good for your heart. It's good for your blood vessels, man. It's good for your cardiovascular system. Why do you think they call it cardio? I suggest that like every client I get, I'm like, do cardio. I don't force them, but I'm just like, look, man, it would behoove you to practice the cardio, man. It's going to bless you now and later. No pun intended. It's going to bless you now and later. Do the cardio. But let's talk about how we can make it easier. All right. So how can we make cardio easier in management? Do steps for cardio only. Now I don't do this with everybody. I don't even do this for myself, but I've done it before, and it's very effective. Just do steps. Just track your steps. Some of my clients, I may say, all right, man, look, especially when they're doing zigzag dieting. Most of my clients do zigzag dieting. Occasionally, I might get a client where they're like, nah, man, I really just do better where I'm just eating the same thing every day and the same amount every day. Cool. No shade. But with the zigzag dieting, you got high and low days. So I might say, all right, man, on your high days, let's go with 8,000 steps a day. And on your low days, let's go for 10,000 steps a day. Why do I get more steps on the low day? Because your body's going to be at a more of a fat loss state, essentially, because you're already in that caloric deficit. Then by increasing the steps, we're going to potentiate the fat loss even more. All right. But that's essentially what I mean. So, if I have somebody that got 8,000, steps on their low days, 10,000 steps on their high days, that's been enough and sufficient enough for multiple of my clients. Even me, at one point, all I was doing was steps, and I still had lower body fat. You know, it makes it easier. Now, I will say this: the thing about steps, it does take some time, so you may have to walk a bit longer. Like, say, for some people who, like some of my clients who might have like 10,000 steps, they might not have time to break those 10,000 steps up, like kind of throughout the day and maybe like 15-minute or 20-minute increments, right? So a lot of them would just be like, all right, man, I'm just gonna walk for an hour and a half a day, and that works for them. That's a lot of walking, in my personal opinion, at one time. I don't even, especially if you like trying to get like competition lean or bodybuilding lean. I don't really recommend, all that at one time, but teach his own. But I will say it will make cardio a lot easier if all you're doing is walking. If you're the type of person who really don't like doing high intensity interval training, or you don't like doing stuff that's high energy, high, extreme, do steps. So do 10,000 steps a day or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's nothing. I was about to say something else, but I'm gonna save that for another video. All right. Another one. Do things you enjoy doing, like sports, like basketball, football, baseball, some type of sport activity, or like hobbies, what I'm saying? Different hobbies that you might like to do, like maybe hiking or like walking. Um, the reason why I recommend this for some is because, I run into people who like, yo, I don't like cardio. Like, I just don't like doing cardio. I'm like, all right, bet. Well, what do you like doing that has to do with like activity? Oh, well, I play basketball like, twice a week. And I'm like, oh, okay, bet. That's cardio. Do basketball. You know what I'm saying? Do basketball. Um, Obviously, though, with this approach, you have to be meticulous and you have to be intentional. So, of course, like obviously, if you're doing basketball and you're doing football, these are different types of activities. And it's not like this consistent, work. So essentially, you would just focus on calorie burn a day. That's typically what I do with those clients who are like, yeah, man, I really don't like cardio. All right, bet. We'll do sports. I might have them like as they start to reach a plateau, I might say, all right, bet. Instead of playing basketball just twice a week, I want you to bump that up to 3 or 4 times a week. At the end of the day, y'all, it's literally energy expenditure, man. That's really what it is. It's math. Math and science is my favorite subjects coming up in school. When I had the wherewithal and the energy and the emotional energy to go to school, that was my ish, man. Math, science, definitely math. Though it's math, y'all. It's all mathematics. All right, and for the final one, man, that I think could make cardio easier or rather more manageable for time management would be do hit, which is high intensity interval training for shorter cardio sessions and time management. So that right there, that's a game changer. Because legit, if you messing with me and you do a 20-minute hit training or a 30-minute hit training, you probably only gonna need two of those a week messing with me. You see what I'm saying? Probably only gonna need two or three of those a week. And it doesn't take that much time. Think about it. 20-minute hit workout. Two, three a week, three. That's 60 minutes. That's an hour a week. That ain't really taking a lot of your time. Whereas the steps, you're gonna be doing that for some hours a week. So that's gonna make it easier for you, especially if you have a pretty productive and busy day. It'll be good for time management. You can go knock out your 20-minute hit session and that's it. You know what I'm saying? But in a nutshell, man, essentially these strategies are strategies that I think will make lowering your body fat a lot more easier. There's more, but I think that if you do these approaches and you weren't doing these approaches before, you're gonna notice a huge change, man. A drastic change in your approach to lowering body fat, all of it. And I stand on that. I'm confident on that. Superhuman Nation coaching, I stand on it. You keep all of these factors in mind, the strategies, the inevitables, and the foundational keys that I believe in terms of lowering body fat, you'll never have an issue with lowering your body fat again. And I stand on that. Unless you just purposely being a victim. You know what I'm saying? You a victim. Nah. Y'all remember that video that went viral? Dude was like, you a victim. But nah. If you purposely being a victim, then of course you ain't gonna never succeed, man. You ain't gonna never do what you want to do if you're just honing on to this victim mentality or negative mentality when it comes to everything. You're gonna stay there, you're gonna stay stagnant, and you're never gonna grow. It's the truth. That's why we can't be victims. That's why this is called superhuman. We ain't victims out here, we superhuman out here. All right. We can do whatever we put our mind to and focus on and grind and work for. All right. So look, man, I hope y'all really enjoyed this video, man. I thank the people who did watch. Thank you for the 7 people that's up in here right now watching, man. Salute. Throw a like on the video. If you guys enjoyed this live, please let me know in the comment section. Also, to conclude this live, I also want to extend this offer to you, right? If you listen to all of this stuff, you're like, okay, bet these are good strategies, boom, boom, boom. But I really, really want to. I really need like in-depth help with this stuff. Like, I really, really need somebody to break this down for me. You can reach out to me. You can comment below. If you want, you can also go through my community page. You just go through the community page, the post I put up, and there's a post where I believe I got my booking link on there. And you can book your free transformation call with me. All right. It's gonna be a 30 minutes to an hour call where we really go over what you're trying to do, go over your plan, figure out what you want to do, and go from there, man. See if I can help you. And if I can help you, we can work together. And boom, I'll do all of this for you. You ain't gotta worry about doing none of this. You ain't gotta worry about your meal plan, you ain't gotta worry about your calories. We'll talk about making lowering body fat easier. Because me and you work together, all you got to do is just look at what's written for you and do it. So it's totally up to you. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want that, I'm available. Go ahead and book your time, transformation call. Actually, I'll be sure to put it in the description of this video, man. But look, I really enjoyed this, man. Thank y'all for showing up. I really enjoyed doing this live. It's been a while since I did a live like this, and I honestly look to do probably one of these a week, man. So stay tapped in. Stay tapped in on my community wall. I'll make sure that I, let you guys know and see what time will work better for y'all and stuff like that, man. We're gonna go from there, man. But look, salute to everybody that's watching. Coach Kevin Lamar, and I switched my channel name because Kevin Lamar, that's my name. You know what I'm saying? I don't want y'all to think I'm like biting Kendrick Lamar or something like that. Like, no, Lamar is my middle name. Like, so Coach Kevin Lamar. I'm going with my middle name. All right. Plus my son got it too, so I got to, you know what I'm saying? I got to represent. But I appreciate y'all, man, and I'm out. Superhuman Nation all day. Salute.